Welcome back to the world of Ter'Ra'Mentia. Today's topic is the Blood Shaman, a wise class that can work hand in hand with the elite forces of the Reavers and be leaders in their communities. Blood Shamans are renowned for their wisdom, the ability to be teachers, possibly political advisors, healers, and many other roles that are leaders in the community. They boast some of the highest health pools in the game and have an affinity for using the spirit pool as a resource. So before we take a look at what makes the Blood Shaman so cool, don't forget to follow us. We're going to be at FanX September 21st to the 23rd, and we have our Kickstarter launching September 14th. And we also have a big sponsorship coming up on another channel. We'll give you more info around that as we get closer, but that'll be happening September 14th as well. So we're super excited. I hope you checked out some of the other videos where we teased out some of the posters with a FanX update. Super cool stuff. Let's get into the Blood Shaman. The Blood Shaman's origins go back to the early days in the tribes of humans that wandered the plains of Colossal Salt Rise and the desert Sea of Hope. Currently, the most famous of them, Quella the Wise, imparts her wisdom to her people and her husband, Kreger Bloodsworn, the leader of clans in Breator Hold, the tribal mortal capital. At level 1, your base health is 12 plus vitality, and you gain that amount every level. This is the second highest starting health pool in the game. You have plus 3 to spirit, plus 1 to mana, gain the sickle specialization, gain the intuition specialization, and you can pick 5 abilities and spells right away. Blood Shamans prefer little restrictions in battle. You may only choose armor specializations with a defense rating of 2 or less. This does not apply to shield specializations. You also gain the armor specialization Free Flowing 1. If wearing robes, a cloak, or a cape and no armor, add plus 1 to your defense. Level 1 gives you red echoes, out of combat. When blood is present, you may make an intuition check at plus 3 to get a glimpse of what may have happened there. Your class attributes are Vitality and Wits. Vitality will be used to calculate your spirit power, and Wits will be used to calculate your willpower. Level 2 grants you Wisdom 1. Once per day, you may convert spirit into mana or mana into spirit. You may not go over your maximum amount of spirit or mana pools. Not all classes have access to something like this, and it is a great tool to help you manage your resources throughout the day. Level 3 grants you Guidance 1. Once per day, rest for a minimum of 10 minutes to regain up to 2 spirit or mana, and an amount of d6 equal to your fortitude and health. Your allies that partake in this ritual with you may also regain 1 spirit or mana, remove 1 sanity counter, or may reduce the next combat damage they would take by 1d6. At level 4, Blood Shamans gain a similar ability, the same ability, that their counterparts the Reavers have, Fury 1. Twice per day, add your fortitude as damage to a successful weapon attack that you have made. As we saw with the Reaver, this adds up to very consistent extra damage, since it is a static number. Bloody Divination 1 at level 5 allows you to read the threads of destiny through the wounds and blood spilled on the battlefield. You become more adept at helping your allies. When any ally of yours is under half health, including yourself, add 1 extra die to all healing spells. Level 6 has Self-Sacrifice. For 1 action point, sacrifice an amount of health equal to double your fortitude to add 1 extra damage die to you or an ally's next successful attack. This lasts 2 rounds. We'll stop here at level 6 and jump over to our optional spells and abilities, but you can see how the health pool and fortitude number can be so important to the Blood Shaman just as it is to the Reaver. But the Blood Shaman is not without its fair share of mana, damage dealing skills, and support. Level 1 has a great mix of role-playing, damage, and support abilities and spells to choose from. The first 2 can be very specific. Reaver's Camaraderie can give you a plus 3 to hit with martial attacks and plus 3 to hit with the Reaver as long as you're within 30 feet of each other. Ravaged Prominence Wisdom can allow you a static plus 3 to checks involving wits when you're in the Ravaged Prominence. This is highly specific, but it also is something that you just have as a passive ability. No resources are needed in order to use this. Ancestral Wisdom. For 1 spirit, you see faint echoes of your ancestors guiding you. Gain +6 to an intuition check. Blood Offering. Sacrifice an amount of health equal to your fortitude to gain 1 spirit. You may not go over your maximum spirit. For the Tribe. Sacrifice an amount of health equal to your fortitude to heal 1 target for 1d12 plus spirit power. Adrenaline Boost. Heal a target creature for 1d4 plus spirit power. Then roll 1d20. On a result of 11 to 20, that creature moves up 1 in the speed rotation until the end of your next round. This spell has a standard spirit cost and a higher action point cost. So even at level 6, when you have 3 action points, you're not going to be able to cast it multiple times. So you would really need that 1 to count. However, if that is what it takes to boost an ally or yourself to go faster than another enemy, it could be very, very useful. Hemorrhage. With the help of your ancestors, magically pull droplets of blood from an enemy, causing 1d8 plus willpower combat damage. This is your mainstay for attacking at range, especially if you're built into willpower. Combat Inspiration. For 1 action point and 1 mana, give 1 ally a +3 to attack and damage for 1 round. This lasts for all of their attacks. Spiritual Inspiration. Give 1 ally a +6 to resist a debilitating effect. Level 2, you gain Sweeping Crescent and Reposition, but let's talk about Boost Confidence and Curse. Boost Confidence, you can give 1 ally 1d10 plus spirit power temporary health for 2 rounds. You may not have more health than your maximum number, and this health is removed at the end of 2 rounds. So this is in an emergency situation. Can you get something done? This might be the confidence you need to get past the crux of the combat problem. And Curse. For 2 action points and 1 mana, target enemy must make a willpower check versus your willpower or suffer -3 to hit and damage on all attacks for 2 rounds, as well as a -3 to all specialization checks. Curse is a spell that can be improved over time and really swing a battle in your favor. Festering Wounds at level 3 is an aura. Anytime an enemy is damaged within 20 feet of you, the wound festers for 1d4 combat damage. This may be resisted by making a willpower check versus your willpower in the last 2 rounds. 1d4 doesn't seem like much, but I can tell you, when your group is surrounded and multiple enemies are taking damage around you, this can be a huge boost in damage to the fight, especially since you don't need to make an attack roll to do it. Once that enemy has failed, they will receive that damage every round for 2 rounds. Level 5 has Staggering Strike for a martial ability, but it also has Spirit Caller. Out of combat, you may summon forth the spirit of a corpse within 5 feet of you to ask it 3 questions. You receive the responses as an image in your mind. And Written in Blood. For 1 spirit, if you and or 1 target are making an intuition check, gain +6 to that check if you or them have less than full health. Let's check out some interesting things at level 7. Level 7 has some tough choices to make. In terms of damage, there's Blood Nova. It does require a recent corpse. The blood left within that recent corpse can be made to explode, causing 2d6 plus willpower combat damage to all within the area. Targets of this spell may make a prowess check versus your willpower. If they succeed, they suffer no damage. Soothe. For 2 action points and 1 spirit, place your hand upon a creature to lower its heart rate in order to remove 1 debilitating effect from that target and give them +6 to fitness or a prowess check. Having somebody in your party that can remove debilitating effects can also be a huge help. Walk the Path. Grant a target that has less than full health immunity to difficult terrain for 3 rounds. And if you previously picked up Curse, you have an opportunity at level 7 to pick up Improved Curse, increasing the debilitating effects you have upon your enemies. Throughout the levels, there are choices such as Ancestral Weight, Bloodlines, Blood Boil, Infect Wounds, Strengthen Heartbeat, Increased Blood Flow, and Harden Blood. But at level 17, you can take Clairvoyance. Out of combat once per month, you may perform a 1-hour ritual to help guide your path. See visions of what could yet come to pass in your future. During that month, after the ritual once per week, you may connect with that same vision to see if it has been altered by making an intuition check. Us at Coalfire Role Playing Games loves the Blood Shaman and loves strong class identity. Our aim is that these classes really deliver on who they are and what they're supposed to do. Things are constantly being tweaked and overhauled as we get ready to launch here. But look for our Kickstarter September 14th. We're going to have another big ad on YouTube with a very popular channel that we'll announce to you, and then which will also be September 14th. And then please, if you're in Utah, come visit us September 21st to the 23rd at our booth in Salt Lake City, FanX. And we'll see you next time in the world of Ter'Ra'Mentia. Oh, is that a paper cut? Is that blood? Maybe I can tell the future.